Every day I see some new aggression on the part of the January 6th Commission or on the part of the left. They're going after the Trump lawyers. They're going after, now it seems, a Trump social media guy, Dan Scavino. They're going after this operative named Peter Navarro. So one after the other, the left is upping the ante. And their message is, we're going to keep doing this to you while we can. If we lose the House and Senate in November, we'll have to stop because you might disband the January 6th Commission. And my point is, Republicans need to have a counter strategy here. It's not just simply, we're going to stop you from doing bad things to us. It needs to be, here are some of the things that we plan to do to you. And so I don't even know if we need to disband the January Commission so much as turn it around. And put people like Pelosi and Merrick Garland and a lot of the prosecutors in its sights. So in other words, a continuing January 6th Commission. The other thing I'm thinking about is the idea of impeaching Joe Biden. And this, I think, is almost a political must. They impeached Trump twice, and both times with absolutely no pretext. So people say, and this is a very typical Republican, well, what are we going to do impeach him for? Well, does it matter? What did the Democrats say? Well, what are we going to impeach Trump for? Well, if they found something, let's find this, let's find that. Let's just impeach him. Why? Because we can. That's really the reason they did it. They wanted to weaken him. And now their main goal is, let's try to indict him. Again, what are we going to indict him for? Who cares? The Democrats' view is, let's indict him for something, because in this way, we're going to kind of prevent him from running again. So this is how these people operate. This is how a bully operates in a kind of playground. And what is the answer to a bully? Is it that once I get outside the bully's grasp, I feel much better because there's not going to be, fingers around my neck and no one's going to be stamping on my foot? No, the real answer to a bully is to stamp on his foot. So he goes, oh, I better not do that to this guy because this guy's crazy and this guy's going to turn it around on me. And so that's the point here. The reason for impeaching Joe Biden is because we can. Now, you want a reason? I'll give you plenty of reasons. Let's start with Hunter Biden. Let's start with all the Biden family corruption. Let's start with all the sales of access to foreign policy. Let's then continue with all Biden's lying. I mean, they went after Trump for a single statement that he made on a phone call, a completely benign statement, by the way, just as they've been going after him ever since for let's march peacefully and patriotically to the Capitol, and somehow that has become, quote, an incitement. So what I'm suggesting really here is to take a page from the Democrats. And now, of course, there are people again who say, well, Dinesh, you got to really think about what you're saying, because if you're successful, well, first of all, we won't be successful. We don't have 60 votes in the Senate. We're not going to be able to actually get Biden out of office this way. The idea here is to bruise him, to penalize him. The idea here is to teach the Democrats a lesson. Of course, if we did get Biden out of office, I still say that would be better. Yeah, but what about Kamala Harris? Well, it'll be a greatly weakened Kamala Harris who comes to power, in the same way that when Nixon resigned in disgrace, it was a greatly weakened Gerald Ford who took his place. And of course, Ford was promptly defeated by Jimmy Carter in the 1976 election. So the point here is that impeachment is an effective political bruising strategy. And if by some miracle it works, that's even better, because we will have shown that we can actually do to the Democrats something that they were not able to do to Trump, and that is drive him from office.